Okay, it is the eve of Valentine's Day, and it has become tradition for us to play a dating sim. And I got me a good one here, quote unquote. I should mention, typically, dating sims, I try to do like a one-off for the dating sims. This one is apparently very long, so I don't know if we're gonna continue it. Maybe we will, but we'll see how things go tonight and we'll make a decision. So before we begin, the usual shill. If you're watching this on YouTube, please subscribe. I'm trying to get I'm at 500 subscribers. I'm trying to get more if you do one ending. Okay, well thank you. You know this one, huh? Alright, people outing themselves. Anyway, if you're watching on YouTube, please subscribe. We have goals for the YouTube channel. Every 50 subs, we'll get a playthrough of something. You sure do? Okay. Every 50 subs to the YouTube channel, we'll get a playthrough of something. 550 is Klonoa Beach Volleyball, which is one of the few Klonoa games we haven't played. I'll also do a second run of Buster Bust Loose. 600 is Super Metroid, and if we get it by March 28th, I will do a webcam stream wearing the VTuber costume. But we got to get it by then. I'm not confident we will, but, you know. Also, all these other things. Suggestions are welcome. This is not set in stone. Also, if we get 1,000 by the end of the year, I'll do something. I still don't know what, but, something. I'm open to suggestions of something big to do for 1,000. But, we have plenty of time to deal with that. Also, join the Discord server. Link is in the description. And come give me a follow over on Twitch as well. So, today's game is I Wanna Hug That Gator. It's a dating sim where you try to date a gator girl. And I'm just now realizing it's called I Wani Hug That Gator. I thought it was I Wanna, but apparently it's not. Killer Croc? Yeah, sure. If Killer Croc was a lady. I'm sure there's an alternate universe comic where that happens. So let me get in here actually. I want to point something out. Enable saucy images. I have this turned off. I have this turned off, so I do not get in trouble. Wani means gator. So you want to gator that gator. Is that that's what the title reads? Let me fix it so I can show my cursor. Capture cursor. There we go. Pretty much, okay. I mean, maybe gator means something else in some other language and or slang. Alright, let me sip my water. And, I guess we're gonna start. Here we go. We're just gonna kind of roll with it for now. So, I gator hug that gator. September 4th. That's not today. Year 21M2 BC. Okay, I don't know what year system that is. Amid the arid heat of the morning sun of Volcaldra Bluffs. Getting a little excited about this. I can help but miss living in the more temperate weather of the Midwest. Ah, we're from Wisconsin. Summer sleeves are the style this year, don't you know? I don't know what voices I'm going to do. I have a headache, by the way, so, get kicked out of Gator World? I don't know. The Jackets Aroma blog better be right. The suede thing is killing me. Well, at least this is guaranteed to start getting chillier in a few weeks. Besides, I'm sure to make an impression with this, Abercrombie and Flint is all the rage this year. Legally distinct. Oh boy. I sigh and lean back at the hard plastic seating of the metro. You might want to clean up some of these, this growth. On my way to the first day in new school. Ordinarily, I'd just be glued to my phone on the trip, but there's just too much on my mind right now. My folks stitch requires us to move more frequently, which gives me a little time to fit in. Much like how a rolling stone gathers no moss, unlike this train, I could never make a friend I'd keep for longer than a year. I like to promise to keep in touch that petered off within months. That's kind of relatable, honestly. I'm just realizing this guy is like a lizard. I thought he was like a weirdly stylized human with a big chin. Admittedly, it's my fault in the end. That's all going to change starting today. I'm going into senior year now. It's my very last chance to prepare for the world ahead. He's a Petrosaur? Ah, okay. I'm now noticing the spikes and everything on him. Gotcha. Luckily for me, the cards are stacked in my favor. I feel around my backpack for my DSLR till my fingers can absent-mindedly fiddle with the mode dial. St. Hammond High School is extremely well known for their arts curriculum. Careful with those bills they give you afterwards. I should know. The school I went to got sued by the government. In other words, I'll be surrounded by people that share my interests. Even if it's a bit of a ride anyway. Speaking of rides, I was hoping my parents could drive me there today. By the time I was up, though, they'd already left for work. No big deal. I like the hustle and bustle of public transportation. I imagine I'm going to have get used to. I'd imagine I'm going to have to get used to this anyway. As time passes, my mind wanders to memories of previous schools. ... Whatever that symbol is. Pepper? They all sucked. Hey, I need to make the most of the situation I'm in. Not get all sad like this. I need to do something like... Take a selfie with the hobo next to me. I won't get stabbed. Get up and breathe in the fresh city air. Remain seated and do nothing. Wuss. What are we doing, guys? I'm going to ask you guys for a lot of this. That way, if I make a bad decision, it's your fault and not mine. Hey, see me in a box. Which of these decisions do you like? Since you're here. Without any context. Hold on, okay. We're waiting. First one. Take a selfie with the hobo and definitely won't get stabbed. Okay, you say I got two for the hobo, one for being a wuss. Anybody else? Going once. Going twice. Alright, hobo it is. I'm interrupted by the ding of the terminal board and the car gradually starts coming to a stop. I step off the metro heading out of the station as I follow a few other students heading toward the school. Oddly enough, I'm only seeing dinosaur students, not another human to be seen anywhere. They probably all got eaten. Must be one of those dino-heavy regions. Ah, yes, the Dino District. Every city has them. That's a lot of greenery here as well. You almost forget how close we are to a major city. The pathway leads to a stone bridge that goes over a small creek. As I walk across, I notice other students meeting in pairs and walk with each other. The air fills with the sound of laughter and stories about how summer break went. And there it is. The school peeks out over the trees ahead of me, as though inspecting and welcoming me inside. St. Hammond High, my new home away from home for the next year. I stopped to take a breath. The air here is crisp, reminding me of an old campground I went back in elementary school. God. Once again, I had an opportunity to make something of myself. I'm apprehensive, but hopeful. My last shot at this. There's no going back. I take my first step onwards. Here we go again! Da, 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 da. Wait, is that who I'm playing as? Students mill about in the front yard. The school is known for its heavily prioritized art programs. Over 2/3 of the graduates end up pursuing a career in the arts. What Florida man is this? Did you notice the title of the stream, Darkstar? Also, hi. We're a freak. Well, half of them regret it from what I've read. There's still plenty that made it right. That's what I said when I went to art school. It's also the management's claim to fame, with the facade in the front entrance being dominated by a vibrant mural. Of course. That's a brilliant title I came up for this too. I might use that for the YouTube upload. I got a good feeling about this place. Maybe I won't get eaten by a dinosaur. Few students eyeball me as I continue to walk in. Some friends whisper to each other. I just knew the jacket would pay off. Yes, it's definitely the jacket. The front doors are propped open wide, and I already feel the cool breeze inviting me in. Inside is a familiar yet brand new sight. Oh my god. It's a mammal! Get him! I haven't mentioned it yet, but the school is also unique for its student body. You think? It's composed almost entirely of dinosaurs, all manner of saurian herbivores and otherwise. Okay, they're herbivores. We might be safe. Scales, feathers, tails. Is that a teether? Tether? Wings, talons, and webbed hands. Not even to mention the colors. All vibrant enough to challenge the bright murals on the school outside. Dozens of students march about, reconnecting with past friends and meeting new ones. Some anxiously glance at the schedules, checking every door as though they were numbered at random. Probably shouldn't be standing here staring. Whoa, is that a human? Uh-oh. Whoa! Apparently we play as Krillin from Dragon Ball Z. Except big. I'm soon surrounded and overrun by a crowd of neon-colored teenagers. Clearly my jacket is working like a charm. Yeah, sure. Wow, he's like a life-size mannequin. Yeah, yeah, that's basically... Is he just a living mannequin? Unlike Krillin, we might have a harem. Hey, Krillin got the ladies. Don't say otherwise. What drugs is he on? I don't know. Something good. Water. Ordinary water with a few traces of LSD. Hi, Anthro Mike. You're just in time. Hey, new kid. Is this what it's like to be popular? Nah, you're more of a spectacle here, honestly. I wasn't expecting this to happen this quickly. Few students are taking pictures with their phones. Even some of the sketchbook and pens in hand, rapidly scribbling on pages. They're gonna upload that to the internet for goons to look at. Well, a human. Are you like a foreign exchange student? In the chaos, I feel a few people touch my hands. Whoa, human skin feels weird. That's discrimination. Geez, a bit uncalled for. As flattering as this attention is, ask them to back off a bit or go along with it. What should we do, guys? We gonna be cool with it or tell them to fuck off? Cool. Good. Go along with it? Alright. We're gonna go along with it. There's so much happening. And I don't want to be a party pooper. Few more people shout to me and get my attention. By the way, I just realized I still have the Earthbound strategy guide on my desk. I need to put that away. Also, I just want to point out that ever since we beat Gygus, I've been detecting some weird anomalies going on. Hopefully it's nothing, but I will definitely keep an eye on it. But hopefully our reality doesn't shift. Hey, can you look over here for a side profile? He barely has a side profile. Oh man, it's gonna be a good reference material. Wait, I need to get a better look at his skin texture. Man. Once again, I find myself frozen, only muttering quietly as I hastily try to follow their instructions. Eventually, all the Saurians take their photos and talk themselves out before dispersing back to their own friend groups. By the time I recover from the shock of the situation, the last one breaks off and I find myself seemingly all alone again. Now I miss the attention. Oh, that was my chance to socialize. I mean, we did go along with it, so, I mean, I blew it.
You're a human, right?
The Triceratops girl leans forward, scanning me up and down. This is it. Time to seal the deal and get a new friend. Yeah. Close enough. His name is Inko?
Hey, can I get a selfie with you? That'd be great for one of my classes.
Yeah, definitely. She puts an arm around my back shoulder, hugging while I pose dramatically. Very dramatic. Very good. Very Abercrombie and Finch. Or whatever that the name was. Maybe a bit too friendly.
Big smile now.
She takes a picture and checks enthusiastically. So, I'm Inko.
Huh? Oh, cool. Yeah. Anyway, I gotta go.
Oh. Damn, shot down at Dinosaur High. How embarrassing. What's the photo for, by the way? She pauses aloofly, chewing some gum.
My fashion design class. That jacket is ballin'.
The jacket. Don't stroke his ego about the jacket. Ugh.
Thanks for the pic, hun.
Okay, bye. Well. Feel my shoulders sag as I take in the now sparse hallways around me. It's Theodore Rexon in school. Oh shoot! I just totally forgot. I totally forgot. Hold on. 1 second, guys. As we listen to this jaunty guitar, In all the excitement, I forgot. I'm reluctant to have him around for, you know, the potential smut. But, say hi, Nico. Nico, if things get saucy, you gotta cover your eyes, okay? Our main character looks a bit like Satan. Yeah, yeah, he does actually, kinda. I said he looked like tall Krillin. Oh shit. No. Fucking Windows 11 and their snap feature. I hate it. Okay. There must have been my 15 minutes of fame. I don't think it'll even last at 15 minutes. There's no way I've already blown it. I try to shake away the negative thoughts. Focus on the positive. Like thinking about that dinosaur girl's luscious titties. For a brief moment, I was on talk of the school. Yeah. Familiar sound draws my attention. Fucking paparazzi. I know what that is. Damn you, paparazzo! At the end of the hall, there's someone kneeling. With one of the latest camera models, if I'm not mistaken. Boy, for a game called Wani Hug That Gator, there sure are not a lot of gators in this. Hey. The guy flinches. I flinch too. I hadn't meant to shout at him. Few students around me don't bat an eye at all, though. It appears to be Scott the Woz as a dinosaur. Sorry about the yell.
No, it's fine. I managed to get the shot I wanted.
The bespectacled boy, I think, is a parasaur. Double checks his camera display and smiles.
Yep, perfect. This will be a fine print for the yearbook.
Can I see? No. His grin seems to widen at my interest.
Of course, here.
False advertisement. Well, I know she shows up eventually. I just don't know when. He turns his display toward me, showing a shot in the hallway. And me as the focal point.
Pretty good, right?
I look a bit closer and notice that I think it's a little out of focus. And dark. What do you have your f-stop set at?
Ah, shit.
He stops and glances up at me, pleasantly surprised to get a real answer. Yeah, I'm a bit of a photographer myself. I'm taking it as an elective, too. With Mr. Iadakin? Thinking back to my memorized class schedule, the name does sound familiar. Yep.
Oh, snap, cool. We'll be classmates.
Crocodilian era was before that. Yeah, I know they've been around longer, but all right, we're not listen, we're not going to think too deep into this, okay? This is a game about a dinosaur school. Let's not bring science into this, all right? Mr. Iadakin's busy, so he teaches for one period. He offers his hand out for a handshake.
I'm Ben.
Wouldn't it have been funny if his name was Scott? Inko. Friend achieved. Achievement unlocked. No science. No. There is neither science nor God present tonight. We're on our own.
I'm actually new here.
I'm actually new here. Kind of figure being the only human student this year and all. St. Hammond isn't one of the more popular schools, but the staff puts a lot of effort into the arts program. Even the campus itself is designed like a living art piece. So if you ever need help, from the pause, I'm guessing he's offering some help. I wouldn't say no to a tour.
A tour, you say?
Well, I'm only going back to the principal's office, but I can point out some neat stuff along the way. He raised an eyebrow to himself in contemplation. Might be a good idea to meet the principal, too. He waves for me to follow him. No science, no God tonight. Turns out he wasn't just an avid photographer like me, but he also the school council president. And one of his priorities was taking photos of the school's yearbook for the first day page. Every few minutes we paused so Ben could take a couple of shots, mainly of the students talking with each other. And while I would watch, I had considered helping him in some way. I mean, that camera looks amazing, and there's still all his extra lenses in the bag. I feel absolute elation to finally know someone that's into photography. Unfortunately, he's not a Gator, so we're not going to be hugging him. And I really want to broach it, but Ben fills the air between us, talking more about the school. Which is why we still go by the teacher. Which is why we still go by the feather tails, even though I think it's a tad distasteful. Dang, you're pretty good at this. Do you give these tours all to all the new students? Not really. Though it's something I thought about a lot. Oh, hold that thought. Hey, Lunara. Oh God, a feathered raptor. Ben goes to greet a student putting up some intricate wall banners.
Oh, hey, Ben. You have a good summer vacation? I did. Great work on the decorations. They look even better than last year's. Ah, thank you.
What's all this for? He steps aside so I can fully view the banner she just finished with.
The Cultural Arts Club. We meet every Thursday after school and look at antique artwork.
She initially looked past me to talk with Ben, but she grasps once she realizes.
You're a human, right? Oh, that's a silly question. You should totally join. I just love human culture. There's this amazing set of ancient masks at my place from ancient Europe. I just adore them. One is the Mask of Loki. Don't put it on at night, though.
Wow, that's impressive. I think you'd make a good curator.
You know what? I probably would.
After that club display during Spirit Week last year, I gotta agree.
We spent weeks studying the tribe and weeks more practicing those dances.
We also study and paint with all those styles like we were learning the techniques of the old masters. Hopefully soon we can get into sculpting like those old Venus statues. We plan on getting one to look at sometime this year. What do you think? It'd be great if you could come.
Hey, that'd be neat. What do you say, Inko?
Maybe. I do love culture. Culture's great. It's got, like, history and stuff.
Oh, that's great. Oh, listen, we have this old chieftain's dress we've had for ages. We just have to see what it looks like on the real thing.
I'll think about it. No way I'd sooner endure a second impact event than wearing something like that.
Well, hey, nice catching up, Lunara. We got places to be. Take care. Bye.
She waves us off, and Ben continues leading me to the principal's office. Are we sure this is a dating sim? We're meeting a lot of just pals. Hey, Ben. I don't know who this is. Oh, hey, Michael, listen. I can't talk now, but I'd love to catch up later. Yeah? I'm floored. This guy seems to know just about everything in school just as much as seems to know about everyone in the school just as they know him. Talk about being on top of things. He points out a few more minor landmarks in the school and stops to greet a number of students happy to see him after a summer break. Man, sorry for having to stop so much. No way, I think it's cool you know everyone. If only it could be cool without making us late. is only ungodly abomination crime against Yeah, but we're rolling with it. He notices a few more noteworthy landmarks, eventually leading me to his biggest draw. I already knew that this place was known for art, but wow. Just outside the administrative office, the hallway was filled with wonderful pieces of work. Yeah, look at them all. Wow. The finest from the kindergarten class. Paintings line the walls with name place cards beneath detailing who the artists were. All created by alumni and attending students of the school. And this is the gala. All of these pieces have been featured in all kinds of articles and presentations. I don't know why, but this expression of his is really funny to me. Whoa. I know, right? One moment. Ben turns to the nearest door and gives a polite knock. Who is it? It's me, Principal Scalar. Do you guys think the principal is going to be like stereotypical, like mean principal? Or you think they're going to be cool? An Oviraptor, no older than the mid-30s, exits the room, holding a steaming mug and sporting a tired smile. Stereotype?
Good morning, Benjamin.
Good morning. Inko, this is our esteemed principal. Good morning, ma'am. The mommy type. It's her eyes shoot wide mid-sip of her coffee.
Oh, I hadn't noticed. You be Mr. Nito.
Good Nito. His name is Incognito. Are you fucking kidding me?
You're Mr. Gunito, yes?
His name is Incognito. What? Yes, but my name...
How wonderful.
Gone is the exhaustion on her face, instead replaced with a very wide smile.
I'm happy that you've chosen our school for your last year, Mr. Nito. Ben, be sure to give him a thorough St. Hammond welcome, okay?
Yeah, I already was.
If you ever need assistance, my office is always open, Mr. Nito. Not to mention the student council is also available to help. Isn't that right, Ben?
Yes, Principal Scalar. I think she has, like, dirt on him or something. Thank you, Principal Scalar.
Oh, and Ben, a moment, please.
Uh-oh. The parasite is dragged into the office, leaving me alone in the hall in the school gala. Whatever they're saying, I can't hear over the ambient noises of the student body. Fill in the blanks. Either way, it's probably not something I'm meant to hear or see. It violates Twitch TOS. I move a few feet away out of the sheer shot of the discussion inside. On the wall beside me is a framed panoramic landscape of the city painted by hand. Wow. I can practically use this thing as a map to see how detailed it is. Is a good dragon a very similar voice and mannerisms that principal from Hanna-Barbera is the thing. Really? I think I'm gonna watch that show sometime soon. I need something to watch. I'm entertaining so predominantly by the principal's office. The gentle brushstrokes. The vibrant colors. The evening sun bouncing off each of the windows and the majestic scarlet sky enveloping the horizon. all of which combine together to give a dreamscape feeling like it's an idealized version of the city. It's beautiful. I've never been a big admirer of paintings, but I can't deny that this is a masterpiece. Only a teacher could have been able to express the scenic beauty of the city with this level of skill and passion. I withdraw my Cavon Stone 60 from my... Oh, that's his camera. From the bag, and with a compact lens, I keep barely fitting the entirety of the painting in frame for the shot. Checking the copy on my display, I realize I left out the title and artist of the piece. The tag says, Dreamscape Artist O. Halford, 6th grade. Or 9th grade, rather. Wow, I read that upside down. How the fuck did I do that? First place, 201M 2020. The freshman did this, jeez. Now that I look at the rest of the paintings, this is insane. It's all so much better than what I've made. Almost all the pieces are beautifully drawn. Acrylic, charcoal, pastel, and yet not one photo. Hey, ain't going back. I'm a senior now. How on earth am I meant to even start measuring up here? Inko? What's that sound? Hey, Inko, I think your pants are on backwards. Ben nudges me back with the back of his hand as a commotion gets closer. Uh-oh. Hey, watch it, jackass! Slowly roll, Leatherface. My leg! I watch as the perpetrator, aggressor, aggregator finally rounds the corner and comes barreling down the hallway. Speeding right towards us. Oh, God. My instincts kick in and I stumble to the side and avoid the oncoming collision. For just a split second, I can get a good look at my assailant. Oh, God, animations. There she is! Finally! Like 30 minutes in. Scales, messy hair, and a faded purple hoodie. Green scales. She propels herself forward with dexterous hands spinning the large wheels on her. I only now notice that she's in a wheelchair. I didn't even know you can go that fast in one of those. She glances my way with her pupils locked to mine. How? You're wearing sunglasses. Her gray and gold eyes are marred by bags like she hasn't slept in days. Oh, God, she's an otaku. Bail out now. I seen this anime. She smells. The girl's entire presence is ghost-like. And that expression, it's like she's looking straight through me. I'm sure she barely registers my existence, but I don't think I'll ever forget that face. Just as fast as she came, however, she's gone. You blew it already. As she leaves, I feel like a weight is lifted from my shoulders. At least until I trip directly into the glass behind me. Oof. Hey, watch it. Whoops. Parasaur's hand roves over the display carefully, his eyes filled with worry. You looking for something? Cracks. Usually when another student falls into them, there's some kind of crack or scratch. You blow it. Guess it's just a dino thing. You humans are lucky you don't gotta sweat over this kind of stuff. It happens often? Often enough to drain the school's funds on repairs. That can't be good. Well, not to brag, but I make do. A vibrato chime echoes through the now empty hall. I freeze, tardy on the first day. Whoops. Sorry to run like that. You should get going in your first class. I won't need a tardy slip or something. Nah, it's the first day. The first day, teachers are lenient. I'm fine either way since, let's just say I'm in good with the principal. One of those benefits of being class pres. Yeah, sure. What's your first period? Physical education. Oh god, this is going to be hilarious. Ben sucks the air through his teeth in a prolonged wince. Not much of an athlete, are you? You'll be fine. Gymnasium's down that way. That away. Don't, keep him waiting for too long. I need to get going, too. Keep who wait? Oh, God. Oh, God, the PE teacher's gonna be insane, isn't he? I gotta go, bye. Whoa, he walks fast when he has somewhere to be. That reaction doesn't exactly instill confidence in me. Oh, God, I'm gonna have to pull out, like, crazy PE teacher voice somehow. I follow Ben's directions toward the school's gymnasium. My god, there's a lot of mold in this school. Someone ought to call the inspector. After all the earlier commotions, it's the first quiet moment to myself. I might as well take it to finally sort my thoughts. Let's see, what do I think of this place so far? It's certainly livelier than any of the other schools I've been to. Ever since I've stepped foot in here, everything has been so lively and everyone seems so exuberant. That makes me feel a little bit out of my depth since I'm so used to the opposite. Here, people like that girl earlier are eager to share their hobbies almost without being prompted. Everywhere else I've been, people have just kept to themselves, like they're only there because they have to be. Here, you get assaulted with information about people's lives. Oh God, it hits me. The school's art program attracts people. The students here don't have to be here. They're choosing to be here. That's why it's so active. Well, all right. What can I do with this information? Means I can probably be friends with anyone I want, right? Weird to say, but with everyone here sort of working with each other, there's bound to be an insane level of camaraderie too. Maybe I won't even have to try. I'm almost at the gymnasium now, though I'll still hold this thought for later. Gym class, where the boys are separated from the men and where people with Herculean physiques are able to show off their sculpted bodies. And nerds get wedgies. Better brace yourself, Inko. I begin to remember how much I dreaded going to PE. The innumerable bad experiences from past schools pale in comparison to the many skidded knees and broken glasses. Hopefully the school's PE is a lot less grueling. It's a dinosaur school, man. It's gonna be hell on earth. As I stand before the wooden double doors leading into the gymnasium, I'm stuck with how empty the area looks. That's followed by me catching a sound of physical activity coming from within the gym itself. Shoot, I really am late. Ben's earlier warnings echo in my head like a foreboding spirit. I peer through the small windows on the doors and see students standing shoulder to shoulder. Towering over them is a primate who I can only guess is our gym. Oh, there's a primate here? It's our gym teacher with his arms crossed and a scowl on his face. Hope I can get away with being tardy. As I walk into the... Oh god, dodgeball day. It's dodgeball time. Stormy, what time is it? I said it's dodgeball time, bitch. My first thought was how lucky I am to be alive. I didn't even know what was thrown at me, but I might as well have been a cannonball. There's the face again. I spot the gym teacher, even though his baseball cap, I can feel his stare of rage pierce my soul. Oh god, what is he? Such intensity in that ideal throwing form. I'm only missed by centimeters. That was a warning shot. Know this and know it well, son. I have a policy. Each of my platoons gets one free miss from me a year. And you just spin it. I shift my eyes to the students lined up next to him, and they're all stiff with fear that I can't tell what they're feeling. You got 3 seconds to lay in the front of your squadron. Why in the great name of Cavity Docket are you late? Well, oh god, this is gonna be murder on my throat. He didn't even move. Intake, and I shut my mouth. The simian scholar starts marching back and forth like a drill sergeant. Listen up, because I'm only saying this once. In this class, we operate on tough love. We learn from our mistakes, so you better pray to Raptor Jesus. Nice. You don't forget them. Because if you do. With 3 monstrous steps, the coach closed the distance of 10 yards to tower over me. You will be very upset. It reflects poorly on all of us. That is not something you will accept. So I'd love to see you maggots succeed. If you don't, I'll make it unforgettable. Am I understood? I nod my head in fear. Fan-freaking-tastic! Now then, join the rest of your ranks and stiffen up. I can hear this guy being voiced by R. Lee Ermey, if he was still alive. I can't do his voice, though. Praise be Raptor Jesus. Once I confirm my bladder is intact, I shuffle over to where my colleagues stand. I feel them staring at me with anger, like I'm responsible for the coach's teaching style. What an appalling first impression to make. I should just quit and start over from somewhere else while I still can. If only this game had a save feature. You'd probably have to pinch myself to make sure I'm away. The teacher takes a second glance over at us, reminding himself of where he was before I had interrupted. Attend, hut maggots! You will all drop and give me 20 of the finest push-ups. Those guts best be an inch far off the pristine gym floor or else. With a violently loud blow of his whistle, the coach also takes his position to show the proper technique. I hide my winch as my knees impact thoroughly on the ground. The real pain starts when I keep pace with everyone around me. You're awake. Okay, good. My bicep and forearms threaten to splinter from the weight of my body and the speed of my jerky movements. I'm an art student. Never realized just how badly out of shape I was. Art student again. On your feet, you bipedal slugs! This guy. He ain't human, no. But he's close to human. Some kind of primate, maybe. A close relative. I'll see, there you go. I feel my muscles hollering in pure agony as I force myself up from the gymnasium floor. By the time I'm back on my feet, my breathing is heavy and coming out in whistles. Now then, since it's only the first day of school, how about we have ourselves a good old game of dodgeball? Did he say dodgeball? Dodgeball time, bitch. Yeah, nice. Dodgeball time. Dodgeball time. Hee hee. Ah. Where do you come from? I shoot a glance toward the overly enthusiastic dino next to me. Who's this absolutely elated at the prospect of the upcoming game? Bombardment! Remember, if you can dodge a wrench, you can dodge a ball. We only finished the warm-up and my muscles are already screaming. My knees shake, my lungs burn, and I'm so drenched in sweat that I'm sure I might need a shower after this. Really don't want to play dodgeball. Aren't we lucky? The first day of school we get to play a game. I don't do dodgeball.
Why not?
I'm not exactly... All right, maggots, pick a side and keep the numbers even. This is a suicide match. And I mean for real. Losers have to off themselves out of shame.
A free-for-all, too.
Damien, why don't you socialize by picking your teammates? Shades, you're on blue team. Wait, but why are there teams if it's free-for-all?
All right, I'm going with the human dude.
Yeah, I think this is a good idea. We stick with him. He looks like he knows what he's doing. Before I can figure out the rules of this dodgeball game, the Dilophosaurus wraps his arm around my neck and brings me to his side of the field. Oh, and one last thing. His leer and tone freeze me on the spot. What's the first rule? We only got one rule. Have fun? Gang up on the weakest one! Oh, God. Wait, what? Oh, he's so dead. He's so fucking dead. In a matter of seconds, the gymnasium becomes a full-blown battleground. I do my best to dodge the oncoming flurry of red rubber spears coming my way like bullets. I dive to the ground, avoiding the oncoming projectiles as they soar overhead and pelt my comrades. Remember, dodge, what was it? Dodge, duck, dip, dodge, and dive? You said dodge twice. I hear the blows and the guttural groans of those who have already succumbed to the onslaught of inflated orbs. Combat crawling away from the fierce front, I entrench myself along the edges of the field in the hopes of being ignored. I cast my gaze to the rest of my allies and, oh God, it's a full rout. So many
How's the first day of school treating you, bro?
Look up to see the fin dino, the same pink Dilophosaurus who dragged me to his side of the court, staring down at me and smiling. What do you think? I watch as he casually dodges an oncoming ball before throwing his own.
Name's Damien, by the way.
Inko.
Nice to meet you.
You too. Chrome Dome and Frills. Who said that you two had time to talk? Does my gymnasium look like a debate stage?
Maybe if we got some of those stands from the auditorium, maybe.
He's not very bright. I kind of like him.
I know a guy's uncle that can make a really classy podium.
I look up at Damien with absolute bewilderment. What's this guy thinking? The coach looks like he's about to explode. Don't play smart with me, son. Keep your trap shut and your eyes focused on the enemy. Damien just smile. Oh, it's the side-on smile. The winning smile. Damien just smiles to give the coach a thumbs up as we aren't in the middle of an active war zone.
You got it, Mr. Sully.
That's Coach Sully to you. What's the hold-up, Shades? You're just making yourself an easy target on the floor. Get up and play to win. Like the song says, live to win till you die. Alright, I guess it's my time to do something worth. But I'm not exactly good at dodgeball. Come on, man. You can do it. Maybe I can do the whole blocking thing for everyone. That should hopefully make it so that everyone isn't peeved at me for wasting a warning shot. But here's where things change. I can totally turn this around. All is equal in the court. A ball aimlessly rolls on the floor in front of me, calling out to be my ammunition. You got this. I somehow weave through two shots at me and pick up the ball. Oh yeah, I'm feeling it now. For a weirdly simplistic looking character, his expressions are very funny. I'm on fire. We're no way we're losing this now. I grab onto the ball and start blocking the shot, and so much has crossed our side of the field. Yeah, I'm doing great. Block 1, block 2, block 3. Now I'm really feeling it. I bet everyone's looking at me now. He's going to take one right to the jaw. Any thought of playing the game suddenly left my mind like it was never there. Who cares? Doing this is more than enough. It can't be that Hey, new guy! Voice catches my attention. A crimson Parasaurus. Think fast! What? Oh, here it comes. Oh, right in the face. The floor is cold. Maybe I shouldn't have come here at all. Well, he's dead. A pair of extremely dirty sneakers enters my field of view. You gonna get up, You gonna get up, Shades? No, I give up. Sigh. Bonk. Oh man, that hurts. How long was I out? I'm laying down on something soft. Where am I? Right in the nurse's office. My vision clears and I sit up from the plastic bed. Oh no, my face is gone. It knocked his face right off his face. I'm sure it sure is bright in here. Oh shit! It broke my sunglasses. Luckily, I brought my reserve pair. Much better. Now I don't have to use a Sharpie to draw my eyes back on. I stand from the rubber mattress, taking in the tiny room finally. All alone, not even a school nurse or anything. Oh, there she is. Looks like she's attending to another student who has a snout stuck in a cone. Huh? Looking at the clock on the wall, it's already noon. That would explain the pounding headache. Finally awake, Shades? Oh, that's him. I sit Ramrod, straight of fear, the fear of God stricken into me once more. Calm yourself, cadet. You ate dirt pretty hard back there. Oh man, yeah. Wait, you did that? I did. Pelted you right in the back. You know why? Because I messed up? You're not yourself when you're hungry. Better. Be more specific, kid. Because I couldn't be a good teammate and got hit in the face? Wrong. It was after that. Nothing happened after that. No, you gave up. But I was doing well. You think so? I was blocking the balls and all. You weren't blocking anything. You were showing off. You found a single thing you could do and started dancing around like a clown. You focused on the easy thing and gave up the real thing. You were so focused on that you forgot to look around for a moment. And here you are. I know a defeated man when I see one, and there's no way in hell I'm letting a student of mine give up so easily. Coach Sully is the MVP of this whole thing. He seems that way, yeah. It's the first period of the day, and you're already giving up. Either way, that's a pretty bad lump on you ended up with. You gotta watch around some students, if you know what I mean. I blink a few times and recall the chick that yelled to me catch, followed by a pounding me in the face. That one, she's He chuckles to himself a bit. She's something, alright. Yeah, look like the devil herself. Anyways, take the rest of the day off, kid. What? I'm telling you to go home. Principal gave the okay. Feel my head again, another stab of pain. Am I really not good at going back to class? Am I really not good to go back to class? Wasn't getting a lecture about this just a few moments ago? It's a test. Well, I don't want to give up so easy. No, you should go home to your folks. He scratches the back of his head, slightly embarrassed. Right. About that. We tried calling them earlier. Couldn't reach them. He gave a sad half smile. Yeah, sounds about right. I can make it home fine on my own. He nods. When you get back, don't give up so easily. He holds the door for the nurse's office open. I nod and exit the office, Coach Sully closing the door behind us. Oh, and here's for tomorrow. A brown paper bag he shoved into my arms along with my backpack. Peeking in, I see something blue and gold wrapped in plastic. If you hadn't been late, you could have changed into those. Oh, thank you, sir. Next time, Shades, think faster. Got it? Yes, sir. His smile is positively unnerving. Now scram, cadet. Well, that was quite a series of events. Again, not a lot of Gator in this game of hugging the Gator. Just saying. Well, it's officially the worst day I've ever had. As my feet drag along the linoleum floor, I can't help but painfully think of all the failures of the past few hours. No thanks to a very prominent bump on the back of my head. Ow. I'm worse than everyone here, both in a creative and physical level. I know I really shouldn't be bothered by it, but I hate seeing just how far behind I am compared to everyone else. And I thought I'd make new friends. What was I thinking? I stop and shake my head a bit. What the heck am I going to do sulking like this? It's a bad first day, but it's just the first day. There's still all the rest. I still meet Ben and Damien. I still met Ben and Damien. They're pretty cool. I'm not going to let my optimism be ruined by just a dodgeball match. Just you wait, St. Hammond. Today is just a test run. Tomorrow's the real deal. Time to get folked. Morning comes. Alright, what do you got on your walls there, bro? It looks like Elden Ring. Some other... I can't identify what the rest of these are. I've always had a decent internal clock, but it's a new record for me to get accustomed to a new sleeping schedule in just one day. Especially with this fully grown lump on my scalp. I move an arm from my sheets and feel my head. Yeah, that's bruised real good. Could be worse, though. Alright, time to get up. I slump out of bed and yawn, stretching my arms and cracking my spine a bit. Why did I sleep in my clothes? My new room is pretty nice. Quite spacious, even with all the still sealed boxes. I brush my hand over one of them, one with my other clothes. I get around to opening them at some point. Right now, though, it's time for breakfast. I shuffle downstairs into the heart of the house. The morning sunbeams shine through the window, draw my eyes to look out at the new neighborhood. I can see why it takes like 12 hours to get an ending in this game, just FYI. The driveway is empty. Looks like my parents are already gone for the day. No surprise here, really. It's all they're ever focused on. A shiver runs up my spine as my feet step into the icy tiles of the kitchen. My eyes are drawn to some taped up boxes that are still scattered about the corners. There's a familiar sticky note on the fridge, and I don't even have to read it to know what it says. At this point, Mom is just wasting paper. At least she could do is reissue the same note and make small addendums to it. I snag a plate from the nearest drawer and open up the freezer. No fresh produce to be seen, but there's still mostly full boxes of breakfast burritos. Yeah, I've been trying to appreciate the ethnic cultures more. Sure, pal. Plate loaded with a couple of minuscule flour-wrapped meals. I set the microwave and wait for the burritos to hopefully not explode or burn inside. While I wait, though, I check my phone. I scan over my newsfeed and check out some of the people I'm subscribed to, hoping there's something to watch during my meal. Unfortunately, nobody posted video streams this early in the morning. Damn you, TikTok! Guess I'll just watch a suggested video then. Algorithmically chosen content. Nothing ever goes wrong with that. Brought my phone up and click on something random. In the ding of the microwave, I retrieve my breakfast, carrying it carefully so that I don't burn my hands at the bottom of the plate. I give the first burrito a test bite and... the inside's still cold. I don't want to stick it back in, though. The tortilla would just become brick then. I shrug it off and continue chewing and watch my phone. Top of the morning, folks! By the time the video ends, I've finished the last of the half of the thawed burritos. Pocketing my phone, I slip the plate into the sink and head out for the day. This time, at least I'm at least getting through the day. Today, survival. Tomorrow, thrive all. I'll work on it. We'll workshop it. On the metro again, it takes a little time to get back to my surroundings. The sun shines through the window across from my normal seat. There's one chick that was always there yesterday, probably on her way to work. Probably a set routine for her at this point. She always does a bit of makeup first, then checks the phone the rest of the way. Then the sun shines through the window. It highlights her hair in a really neat way. Like a movie poster almost. I take a picture, but it might be a little too awkward for me. Also, everything disappeared. Why is it so dark? Ahem. How's St. Hammond treating you so far, Mr. Nito? Voice so deep it felt reverberated in my bones calls from above. Taken back by this authoritative stature. His head is nearly grazing the top of the passenger car. How did he even get it here? It wasn't easy. It's been great so far, Mr. Ferris. He offers his hand for a handshake. His palm alone smothers my entire hand. How do you know my name? You're clearly going to school. The nearest one is St. Hammond, and I'm already aware of the new human student. If you don't mind profiling. What? You got all that just from looking at me? I'm partially joking. Your full name is printed on your backpack. You know, that's dangerous, right? I don't think anyone's gonna steal a backpack that says incognito. Anthropomorphic monstro from Pinocchio. I thought he was a whale too. I think he might be a T-Rex. I'm not entirely sure. I'm sure we'll find out. Yeah, that's me, alright. But please, I know it's only been a few days since the year started, but I'd like to hear your opinion so far. Is this a questionnaire or something? Not exactly, but it's some importance to an assignment of mine. What does that mean? Oh, what am I being secretive for? I'm here to audit your school. See, the teachers know the students. Know the students. Make sure it's a proper place of learning. I wish it were something worth being secretive about. More often than not, it's just paperwork and office politics. Alright then. My thoughts on the school so far. I considered telling him about the teacher nailing me with a dodgeball to make a point. Nah, I'm over it. Well, the classes I have are great, and the teachers I have are a dynamic bunch. He thumbs inside his coat pocket for a pen and decides he doesn't need it yet. I see. Any favorites? I mean, I don't have favorites. You can't really give much of information about the school. He got knocked out and then sent home. Like before he had any classes. But all the staff seemed pretty lively. Ferris lets out a heavy, rumbling chuckle. That's certainly good to hear. What have your fellow students? Made any friends? Been a bit of a struggle, but it's always been that way for me since my folks move around a lot. I think I'm doing pretty good this time around. Why do you think that is? I think it's the jacket. The jacket? I give my lapel a quick tug for extra style points. The Coastline Cotton Nylon Bomber number 32. AKA the Lady Killer. Part of the latest catalog by A&F. I see. He does need to lean in close to does he need to lean in close to inspect it? If the carriage rocks in that way, he probably turned me into a piece of modern art against the window. And that's really what the youth are into these days. Hey, the results speak for themselves. This guy does not represent the human race. Thank you. Whatever he's thinking about has got nothing to do with his. It's got nothing to do with his work. I think I have a pretty good idea what it'd be, though. Mr. Ferris? You got no swag? Huh? Well, I guess that probably answers it. I admit being a little gray. I'm where I'm not exactly with it anymore. I used to be with it, but then they changed what it was. Now what I'm with ain't it. And it'll happen to you. Well, even the older generation can dress to impress. You just have to see what people today like to wear. I'm certainly willing to listen to the youth of today, yes. Is it somewhat important to my job to know how the student body thinks? And my niece often suggests dressing more relaxed, whatever that means. Does she ever see you in casual clothes? I'm wearing them now. I can save him. The rest of the trip was quick, but we continued small talk about trends. Then we arrive at my stop. He attempts to give me his business card. For someone whose mere presence could stop a flight, he seems like a genuinely nice fellow. I look forward to talking to him again. Oh God, those burritos were a mistake. Oh no. My stomach is rolling after the warm-ups. Alright, maggots. Today we'll be working on your cardiovascular system. By that, I mean a good old-fashioned mile run. I want everyone out on the track field yesterday. I notice Damien's mouth open as soon as Coach Sully yells the words. And no, Damien, that doesn't mean I want you to time travel. Unless, of course, you mean running so fast that you hit 88 miles per hour. Nice reference. And just as quickly, Damien shuts his mouth again. I like him. He's cool. He shuts his mouth again and shoots Sully about thumbs up. Sully's only reply is to let out a snort. Double time it now, cupcakes! There's no hesitation for me this time. I follow the rest of the class out and run Sully, do the run Sully wanted. As expected, I rapidly fell behind the pack. Hey, Inko, nice of you to drop by. How you doing? Damien, what are you doing back here? Keeping my new buddy company, of course. What are you doing? Trying not to vomit. You're doing great, then. Thanks, I guess. Shouldn't you be at the very front of the pack, though? Next to Mia? Nah, man, not her. Mia? You know, the one who knocked you out yesterday? Brief flashback reminds me of the red Parasaurus. Ah, her. By the way, glad to see you're doing way better today. You're even up and running. Yeah, glad I didn't wind up in with permanent brain damage. I'm still smart. I think good, maybe. Hey, question. What happened yesterday? What happened yesterday? Normal around here? Well, Mia's a wild one, that's for sure. Best not to mess with her unless you're into those kinds of chicks, in which case, be my guest. As for Sully, yeah, he's always like that. You get used to it, though. He ain't that bad a guy once he warms up to you. You say so. Hey, don't worry, man. You're gonna fit right in no time flat. In fact, you should sit with us at lunch. That way we can give you a proper welcome and stuff. Lunch, I mean... Here you go, Damien, don't fall behind! Sully's voice snaps me from my mini stupor and makes me realize just how far behind Damien and I have fallen behind the rest of the class. Whoops, better catch up with the others before Sully brings out the punitive measure. Excuse me, the what? You don't want to find out, brother, trust me. What? Come on, dude, let's jet. Background pic remind me of the game Outrun. I don't know, maybe, it's clearly, like a stock image they put a filter over. So, I don't know, maybe it kind of resembles it. Yeah, I can kind of see it a little bit. I know what you're talking about. Before you say another word, Damien gets behind me and starts pushing me toward the forcing my legs to move faster than they ever should have. Well, we are in a dinosaur region, so probably, sure. Actually, no, these don't really look like tropical plants. Oh, okay, whatever. I have to struggle not to trip over myself, but somehow I managed to keep up the pace, and Damien was forcing my whole body to maintain. Dead. 5 minutes and 3 more laps later, I fall flat on my ass, my heart beating so fast, my lungs burning so fiercely that every breath feels like a sandpaper scraping against my throat. Regardless of that, though, I finished the jog. The first small step towards conquering my physical weakness. Good job, maggots! Keep this up and you'll be soldiers yet! Sully turns to me and with a slight grin shoots me a thumbs up. Okay, that's all for today. Hit the lockers, cupcakes. He's dead. Damien's gonna have to perform mouth to mouth. Damien helps me back up and I join the rest of the male students as we head back to the locker room. We talk a bit more about our interests and other school matters on the way. Damien filling me in on a bit of St. Hammond's history during the 3 years that's been in town. I'm just now realizing the school's named St. Hammond, a reference to John Hammond from Jurassic Park. It just hit me now. By a bit of luck, our lockers aren't that far apart from one another, but our conversation isn't a real possibility considering all the other ones going on in the relatively cramped locker rooms. I'm also thinking I did turn off. Apparently, there's a saucy image feature in this, which I have turned off. I'm wondering if this blank screen is supposed to be like showering in the locker room right now. Welcome to Jurassic High. There really isn't that much more time to chat before the bell rings our next class switch. I wave goodbye to Damien and start looking for my next class. Don't forget, lunch with the buds. I nod and reply as I turn around and head down the hallway toward my next class. Making my way down the hall, I take notice of the surroundings. Though everything about the school seemed pretty normal, there are some key modifications made to better suit the majority of the student body. Mainly water fountains that settle a good 10 or more feet above me. Overall, nothing crazy special. This next class I'm sort of looking forward to. AP Art Design. The class looks like it's in a studio classroom on the second floor. Part of the school there is built to be both inside and outside, with open ceilings and walls here and there. Since it's also the art wing, the display pictures are coated in hydrophobic layers and framed. Though since the start of the year, the halls are freshly cleared, waiting to be filled as the semesters pass. Of course, there's no shortage of drains. The halls in particular display prominently in the school's advertising material, and for good reason. This carefully and expertly built dynamic between the surrounding nature, the school, and even the building material themselves is nothing less than mystical. I can already feel the creative juices flowing. Soon enough, I'm standing just outside the door to my next class. Much like the school wall outside, it's decorated in various colors and patterns, each corner painted and tagged by different students. I barely step foot inside before the bell rings. Since I was the last one in, but all of the other seats were taken, it's pretty close to the front. With many of the students look well prepared, some clearly ready to fall asleep within the next few minutes. Oh, we have a boring teacher. Then there's the teacher. He's standing up on the board, waiting for me to finish looking around and taking a seat. Since he isn't urging me to look for a seat, he must be used to new students taking it all in. That must be the art teacher. Somehow he looks young and old at the same time. Well, I don't want to hold up class for too long. Trying not to take the teacher's hospitality for granted, I take a seat closest to me in the front row. Even with me sitting down, the art teacher still continues to idle instead staring at the seated students with a hazy stare. Nobody else seems to be paying attention to him, save for a few people here and there. A few students are whispering something behind me.
Where was he yesterday?
Yeah, I'm not complaining about less work.
Yeah, but on the first day?
Huh? So in a way, it's the teacher's first day as well. So I didn't miss anything in this class. That's pretty cool, actually. Whoa. The teacher slams the front of his desk with both fists. The sound echoes through the room. It's a signal for an auxiliary conversation to cease, and the class obeys. Despite the sudden furniture abuse, the teacher doesn't look agitated. Rather, he's got a massive grin on his face. The phrase winning smile comes to mind. No, that's Damien's. Okay, never mind. He's got one too. Right then! The pale pterodactyl holds what looks like a metallic tray on a stick. Good morning, class! My eyes. Thank you, Raptor Jesus, for forcing me to wear prescription shades. My classmates are all wincing in pain and wiping at their eyes. Welcome to AP Art Design. He holds up the stick haphazardly. This is a flash pan. Saw it in an antique store yesterday. Thought it'd be a good introduction. It's not important. Worthless, actually. Oh, he's an eccentric teacher. The class winces as as the stick is chucked into the garbage bin and shattered. Excuse my absence yesterday. I had matters to take care of elsewhere. My name is Mr. Iadakin. Iadakin. Yeah, Mr. I. Within the blink of an eye, the teacher has replaced the sun on a stick with a fancy marker and managed to scrawl his name across the board in the finest show of calligraphy. And I shall be your guide as we explore the expanse of the creative world. The one scene from Ralph Bakshi's Fire and Ice, Let's not dilly-dally then, shall we? For a teacher, he's very animated. Ironic, considering, you know. The first week will be in-depth in history of fundamentals of art. Perhaps a little trial by fire as well, to get your creative juices flowing. There are murmurs from my classmates, though I pay them no mind. In fact, the prospect of doing some creative work to create something that I could possibly show off. For a brief moment, I picture my own name on a placard in the hallways outside the principal's office. For now, though, I'd like for you all to open up your books to page 3. Right, my book. Wait, what book? Wait. Looking around, I see everyone else has a novel-sized hardcover book opened. Oh. They must have gotten them yesterday. Awkward. Now then, class, we'll be starting with... I hesitantly raised my hand. Mr. Iadokin, sir? I don't have a book yet. You don't have? How? The substitute passed them all out yesterday. Oh. His eyes flicker open for a second as he connects some of the internal dots. The word on the street is that some new kid got concussed so hard he had to leave early. Did the streets at least mention I was doing well before that? Of course not. You're Mr. Nito, then? Yes, sir. Given the circumstances, I'll let it slide. For now, why don't you share with one of your classmates? After class, I'll write you a note so that you can give it to the librarian. Thank you, sir. I kind of regret being so late because the only person I can realistically share this is the person to my side. Oh, please tell me. Please tell me. So, hey. Yes, I knew it! I fucking knew it! Alright, we're back. Wait a minute. Wasn't she the one speeding through the hallway yesterday? Just like back then, I feel her gaze piercing and cold, as if she's not even seeing me next to her. Would it be okay to share the book? It'll only be for today. Instead of a verbal response, she lets out a defeated low groan, just like I spit in her cereal. She then huddles back over her page. Well, geez, sorry I asked. It's only for the first real day. Maybe I won't need it. Olivia, come on, share with him this one time. I already told him I'll personally resolve the issue. Just help him out here, alright? She responds by making a show of sighing deeply with it while rolling her head back and around. Ordinarily, there'd be a groan to go with this gesture, but she remains silent. Not even worth a groan, huh? Her head hangs low in defeat, and she nudges the book a few centimeters closer to me. Thanks. I slide my own desk closer to her, just enough so that I can read the page. While our teacher orates the pages as if reading from The Death of a Hunter, I follow along while simultaneously trying to capture anything that stands out to my notebook. A lot more difficult than I expected. Mr. Iadokin seems to put emphasis on every word he spoke. I felt like I was just copying the page wholesale. My eyes turned from the book to the girl's notes and... Scritch, scritch, scritch. There's some very murderous-looking claws on her fingertips. For a split second, I see them retract. She wipes her fingertips on the small hand towel and... Oh, the claws extend again into a bright red puddle on her desk. A singular red-colored claw is pressed on the paper for a moment, then quickly tugged and twirled and twisted. Leaving behind a bright red cursive... She's writing with her claws? Sentence on the page. Cool. Those silver irises flicker my way once more. What? What are you doing? That looks pretty cool. A hint of red creeps across the girl's cheeks. She looks back at the book and hunches her shoulders as high as she humanly, dinally can. Huh? She's now leaning over her notes too, even using the book as extra protection for the pages. I should be focused on my own notes, yeah. An impossible task now, though, as the colorful calligraphy next to me has piqued my curiosity. The quill's talon continues to delicately etch notes into the page. And it only leaves the page to dip into what looks like a tiny paint palette and the edge of her desk. The claw extend again, and now there's a faint rumbling. Grrr. Hey! I hadn't meant to get caught up in it. Sorry, wait for her to give me a name. She doesn't. She simply returns her focus to the book between us. Wonder what her deal is. In either case, I turn my attention back to the class. I hope I can make it up for lost time. It's hard to ignore the Gator girl, though. The Gator in the room, if you will. Especially when those icy gray eyes of hers feel like an icicle's posed to stab through me. Hey, wait a second. Those hand motions. She's not writing anything right now. She's drawing. Well, it's none of my business. But I'm rather curious. I'm sure you are. For many reasons. I make a show of leaning back to yawn. Now I can see it. It's... Whoa, it's a calligraphic doodle of me. There's no mistaking it. It's my jacket and sunglasses. Well, kinda. That's pretty cool. Nobody's ever really drawn me before. Well, where are those others on the first day of school, but that's different. They were using their own claws. They weren't using their own claws or ink. Oh man, I can't wait. I gotta ask for a closer look. Hey. Your picture's super cool. Can I see it? Don't let her notice you noticing her. I know, right? She glares at me in the eyes, but slowly brings out the sheaf she was doodling on. With the paper more visible, I can just barely make out all the important details. The line work is sharp. Each stroke is organically curved, that when combined formed what had to be me. Even if I had my glasses in the negative space of the head. Though that was with multiple swervy lines coming out of my drawing. Though what were those swervy? Oh, was with the multiple swervy lines coming out of my drawing's head? Dude, this is great. She rolls her eyes, start retracting the page. Can I take a picture of it? A pause. Why? Nobody's ever done something like that for me. I want to remember it. Pass the paper over to me. It's yours. Whoa, really? Thanks. Don't mention it. But... don't. She's nice. After a grueling period made worse by my own anxiety, the bell rings to set us free. Finally, freedom at last. Just stay for a minute longer, Inko. I get some sideways glances from the other students as they leave, no doubt suspecting I'm a teacher's pet already. A few strokes of his pen, Iodakin hands me a note. Just show this to the librarian and she'll hand you your books. On your way now. A quick trip to the library earns me my missing books. I even got a fancy laminated library card. Ian Dawkins' instruction to his class certainly has me excited for photography next. First stop though, lunch. Can't take pictures on an empty stomach. Between my lackluster breakfast and gym class, I'm starving. Despite my hunger, though, I stop dead in my tracks as I look around the cafeteria for a place to sit. Oh my god. The whole place is overtaken by lawless anarchy. I've never seen a riot like this intense. A few students have even crawled halfway up the wall, hanging by the decorative vines. My throat is going, guys. Oh god, it hurts. Blood flies about everywhere, utilized as ammunition rather than nuisance by sustenance. Wow. And yet the security guard by the door isn't moving. This must be acceptable? I shudder to think what would be bad enough to warrant him taking action. I've never seen anything like this in any of my old schools. But more importantly, all the cliques have already formed from the previous days. I missed my chance to sit with anybody. Come on, where is he? Wait, it's only the second day. Why am I acting as though it's too late for anything? Yo, Nico! Nico? I'm shoulder checked from behind by what feels like an oversized fist or undersized boulder. If I wasn't already by the wall, I would have either been sent sprawling or made into roadkill. When I turned around, I met with Damien's toothy grin. Oh, wait, what? I'm glad we haven't seen anything too saucy yet. Nico will have to turn away in case something happens. Although I do have that turned off. What, already forgot about me? You don't got anywhere to be, right? Yeah. Stutter, come on, we're going somewhere. May as well, right? Damien excitedly motions to me to follow him through the traffic of students going about the lunchroom. Peering in through the crowd, waving over to me and disappearing again like he's outrunning something. Oh god, we're lost. It's a good thing I hadn't gotten my own lunch yet. I'd be dumped into the ground about 3 elbows and a slap ago. Though the clamoring, I hear something about a turf war restarting with New Year, and the megalodons will continue to rule. Somewhere mixing the undeniable sound of steel chair clattering to the ground. The place is actually a war zone now. How on earth is Damien able to weave through these guys so easily? Crossover between One Punch Man and Extreme Dinosaurs has been wholesome. It really has. Like, weirdly. Eventually, it leads me to a far corner of the room and his usual lunch table. Hey, you're alive. I think one of my ribs is cracked. That's just school spirit you're feeling. I'm bleeding internally. Ugh. Feel less like a person, more like a well-used punching bag. He's one punched man. I finished stretching my wounded back and actually checked the table. It's basically empty. There's only one other person here. Oh, hey. The Gator girl gives me an unmused raised eyebrow. Everywhere you go, I'm gonna be there. Oh, hey, you. Oh, snap. You know Olivia? Olivia, right, yeah. The one and only. Why didn't you tell me you met already? Because I only sort of did. We were in the same class. Ah, okay, I get it now. Still, it sounds awesome. All my lunch buddies are artists. All? Oh yeah, there's usually a third in our group, but she's out screwing around in school business. She'll probably be back tomorrow. Student council stuff can't take that long, right? What's she need with the student council? Oh, she didn't need anything with the student council. She's in it. She's the treasurer. The treasurer? Something like that. What do you think, Olivia? Olivia just grunts in reply. Doesn't even bother to look up from her lunch tray. Aren't you an artist too, Damien? Nah, I don't got the patience to sit around for hours like that. I have a bad attention span. Hey, a plastic bag. So you're not taking advantage of the art programs here? Don't really need them. Home's just real close by. The only other artist here today is Olivia. His arms wave over to Olivia as if he was presenting her with an auction or something. For her part, the Gator girl just grunts again. Well, what do you do then, Olivia? Finally, she looks up, turning an indifferent look at my way. Did she say something? What was that? The ambient war noises are a bit loud, too loud. Can't hear a thing. Sorry, can't hear anything you're saying over there. Don't sweat, she's just real quiet type. I paint! Whoa, hey. Holy hell, her voice sounds so raspy, as if she's never drunk a drop of water in her life. I guess I hadn't noticed that before when she gave those one-syllable responses, but for someone's voice not to be strained from a single shout. She furrows her brow and looks back down at her lunch. Oh snap, we've been standing around for a while. He sits back down down in his own seat and takes a huge bite of mystery meat steak. Soylent Green, my favorite. Right, food. After the workout and poor breakfast today, I'm particularly famished now. But the line. All eyes look to where the lunch line should be. It's become a full-blown riot. Someone's got a fire extinguisher trying to stop it. Oh, I probably should have waited for you to get yours. Oops. Damien returns to his steak rather aggressively. But who am I to question dino etiquette and the act of using one's foot to anchor the food for tearing? Suddenly, a sound of squeaking rubber draws both our attention toward Olivia. She's holding onto her wheels, having just skidded across the granite floor. Oh, what's up? She tilts her head back toward the courtyard behind us. Looks like there's a few vending machines out there. I guess I'll check them out. I'll leave the group behind to go try and get lunch. Not a fan of soda and chips for a meal, but it's enough for wartime survival. Hey, this thing accepts credit cards. Handy. I'm feeling like my favorite color is drywall store brand soda. Pretending to be on a diet baking chips. A huge fucking idiot. I'm gonna get a sports drink. What are these choices? Anybody have any opinions? Drywall store brand soda. Pretending to be on a diet baking chips. 3 or middle one. Huge fucking idiot. Okay, 1 vote for 3, 1 vote for 2. Anybody else? Also, I'd like to point out this is the first choice we've had in a very long time. This is also probably like how you determine what ending you get. I don't really. Again, I'm going into this blind, so I don't really know what to expect out of this. So we're just gonna kind of roll with it. Listen, as long as we get to hug the gator, that's all that matters. All right, I'm gonna flip a coin. Heads 2, tails 3. It is heads. So we're gonna pretend to be on a diet baked chips. I got a few other brands I recognize enough to tide me over for the rest of the school day. I bend to pick up the bags from the dispenser slot and that green chick's looking at me. She notices me gazing at her and hunches over her hurriedly. What's that all about? Right, making new friends. I buy a few extra sodas for the table. Carrying everything back in both arms, I place them on an empty spot, sliding a soda to Damien. It looks to me like I just tossed him a gold bar. Whoa, dude! The Dillo Boy's mouth opened wide as he chomps the bottom of the can, and fangs pierce the thin metal, spraying his contents down his gullet. Wow, he shotgunned it. I toss some over to Olivia as well. She eyes it as though it were a booby trap before taking a bag of chips. Damien sighs happily as he chucks the shredded remains of his can away. Caffeine ambrosia. What were we thinking about before? Olivia's art, right? She's really good. Inky. She's really good, Inky. Like you wouldn't believe. Oh, he keeps giving him nicknames. That's what he's saying. You can at least stick to it. Can you at least stick to a nickname? No, apparently not. Really? Oh, totally. She's like won awards and stuff. She has? Can I see them? In fact, I could snap some glamour shots for you. No need, dude. I've already got pictures on my phone. I mean, hold on. I pick my backpack up from the floor, unzipping it, retrieving my beloved camera from it. I'm actually into photography. The Nio Man reaches for the well-aged DSLR, and on instinct, I swat his hand away. Hey! Sorry, force of habit. What do you think, Olivia? She eyes me up and down with the same furrowed brow. Are you the guy that ate dirt in the gym yesterday? Yep. Yep. Oh, he's saying yup and he's saying no. Oh, look, a new pose. I like this one too. Very, very discouraging. I shoot Damien a quick dirty glance before returning to look at Olivia. Oh wow, we getting all kinds of new stuff out of him. Wasn't that bad? It was pretty bad. It wasn't. How does everyone seem to know about it? Damien looks aside sheepishly. You fucking snitch. I may have had a hand spreading the story around. I thought it was funny. Don't worry though, everyone has some embarrassing story. One time I got my frills stuck in the bathroom stall. I didn't need to know that. Took me an hour to get it out. See, everyone's got something. Olivia pops a chip in her jaw and her face looks out to nowhere as if she's thinking of something. It's not like I like you or something, Pose. Damien leans close to me. One of his frills extends to hide from Olivia. Dude, I haven't seen her talk this much during lunch since last year. She said 3 things and one of them was a grunt. Why the secrecy? It's like a secret meeting. Those are cool. Huh? Yeah, this is something else. She's really warming up to you, I can tell. He sits back down properly. Honestly, this whole thing is creepy. Yeah, it kind of is. She's probably not a bad person to talk to, but Damien isn't helping any. As eager as I am to make new friends this year, it's definitely not how I thought it would pan out. Maybe it's the best thing I get through lunch quickly and quietly. At least I have a spot to sit during lunch, not like I have any other options.
Ah, there you are, Inko.
Voice rings out to me, which catches our attention. I see a familiar, bespectacled face walk towards us with lunch tray in his hands. Hey, haven't seen you in a while. Glad to see you're making it to lunch this time. Oh, hey, Ben. I'm guessing you and Inky already met? Introduced myself after I bumped into him the other day. Speaking of bumps, you should have seen Inky here yesterday. Damien lets out a cackle and slaps me on the back, igniting the gym pains in my body and almost knocking my glasses off. Ben gives me a concerned half smile. This must be my eternal torment for the rest of the semester. What have I done to deserve this?
Yeah, about yesterday.
Ben looks down the aisle, chatting students, and signals to someone with his head. Standing 10 feet away from us was an imposing-looking dinosaur girl with blonde hair, crimson scales, and sporting a fiery red leather jacket. Ben motions for her to come closer with a soft smile on his face and nod. She smiles back, though her own is noticeably strained.
Okay, I'm here.
She slowly makes her way over, and I notice how some of the students begin to quiet down as she passes them. Hey, everyone group up. We gotta fit as many people in this as possible. Oh, geez. As she gets closer, her intense presence invades me, and even though we're about the same height, I feel like an ant about to get crushed under her boot. Some people are into that. Probably a lot of people that have played this game. Somewhere in my synapse connects her face to me tasting bright red rubber yesterday. I really wish it hadn't.
Inko, Mia here has something to say to you.
Mia stays silent but strides the last couple steps rigidly to stand right in front of me. I gotta figure out what kind of voice I gotta give her. She sucks in air through her teeth.
Sorry.
The corner of the girl's lips start to rise. Oh, jeez.
I didn't mean to knock your lights out.
Behind her, I notice Ben wincing. The girl lets out a laugh and lays an arm around my shoulder, her smile growing once more. Guys, I think this is a very half-hearted apology. Just saying. Heat creeps along my face as her muzzle nears my ear, especially when a puff of hot air blows in my lobe. The heat is torn away, though, when I feel a finger dig through my shoulder and sharp hiss of whisper scrapes my eardrum.
That ball was me being nice, Baldy. Screw the class over again, and I'll fucking end you!
Nodding and understanding, Mia pushes away from me with a small cheer.
See? All clear now, Benny boy. Mia, that's not quite... Boo, you know how I am.
Her eyes flutter as she looks this way.
Yes, I know, but
you promised you would be
nicer? I know, and I was. So I'll be seeing you later, Benny. Just like we promised.
Oh, man. This guy with the ladies here is, kind of, She waves us off collectively as she backs into the crowd, vanishing before either of us could fully process her words and actions. I felt very One Punch Man type of my. It kind of did a little bit, yeah. Damien nudges my side. Dude, I think she likes you. No. Ben sighs. Sorry about that, Inko. I heard earlier about what happened at PE and connected the dots. Mia comes off as rough around the edges, but she's actually really sweet. I'll talk to her about it more later. Talk to her about it more later. You and her, huh? Yeah, since the start of high school. Classic jock and nerd pairing. Sounds like you're living... Oh, that's him. The classic jock and nerd pairing. Sounds like you're living the dream. You know it. But yeah, I'm sorry your first impression of her isn't ideal. It's fine. It was just dodgeball. It's not like she was going to do something. Oh, man. Sorry, all this reading is really starting to get to me. Jeez. Ugh. Sip some water. Yeah. Damien? Damien looks up from the rest of his meal, having selectively heard his name. Can you not spread rumors around your fellow classmates? No worries, Nico and I are cool. It still doesn't make it right. Sure, yes sir, yeah. He gives Ben a lazy salute. Ben merely sighs as he places his tray on the table and makes himself comfortable in the seat next to me. As he settles in, Ben notices my camera still out on the table. Oh, is your camera, Inko? Oh yeah, I was showing it to Damien and Olivia earlier. You know, she's barely like a character in this so far. I hope that changes. I mean, the game's supposed to be about her. Like, she's just been standing there staring. May I? I feel my instincts kick in for a moment, but remembering that Ben also works with the camera. Sure, have a look. I watch as Ben gingerly picks up the camera and gives it a thorough inspection. I must say, as far as standard DSLRs goes, yours is very good quality. It's nothing too special, really. Just something I picked. It's nothing too special, really. Just something I picked up a while back. Well, you have good taste in camera models. He hands me back my camera, to which I place it back in my backpack. Thanks. With something like that, it'd be easy to get some real great shots. Well, I do have a small collection in my in my portfolio drive. Oof. Portfolio? Ah, man. I've only just got mine a month ago. Bet you've got like a dozen pieces to choose from in your New Year's art contest. The what? You missed that announcement. What announcement? School has an annual art contest in the start of every new year. The winner gets a small cash prize, but the bigger prize is the fact that the winner's piece is submitted for publication in a big... Oh. Bye, Olivia. In a couple of big-time magazines. Oh. Oh, wow. That sounds awesome. This also means a lot of students plan ahead and work all summer for something to submit. Did you do anything for it, Ben? You know it. Well, good luck. Liz says she's turned to the perfect piece yesterday. Okay, now I'm interested. Finally, a chance to show my real skills at something I'm good at. Hey, Olivia could help you out with your shots and her art. You two could totally win. Right, Olivia? Olivia? We all turn our heads, Olivia only to realize that she's disappeared. When did she leave? Confused, I scan around the cafeteria. My eyes manage to spot her through the crowd of students. She's rolling away towards the cafeteria doors, and quickly. Just like that, I lose sight of her as fast as I had seen her. I turn to look at Damien and Ben. Damien not only looks puzzled, but also disappointed for some reason. Ben, meanwhile, well, he almost looks annoyed that Olivia left. Guess she hasn't changed. So it seems. Venomous sting to his words makes it feel like there's more going on than I'm aware of. I decide not to try to not pry into it, and instead bring the conversation back. Well, I still want to try. You can upload your submission to the school's website. Oh, then I'll need an account. You don't have one? I don't think so. I've only been told they get me to that stuff by the end of the week. Sounds about right. Truthfully, it takes maybe 5 minutes at most to deal with that. Then why wait? Nobody wants to deal with it. Guess I'll wait then. Okay. Ben scratches the side of his head. I think there's someone in Stuco that can help you out, actually. Oh, interesting. You can actually scroll back with the scroll wheel. I accidentally discovered that. It's the treasurer's duty today. It's the treasurer's duty day today. So that's where Liz ended up. I don't know any names, so maybe. I guess I'll get to meet Liz sooner rather than later. New character. I think I'll take care of that before lunch is over then. I'll see you in class, Ben. Sure thing. Later, Damien. Deuces, man. I'll tell Liz I said hi. I grab some of the leftover snacks from the table in my backpack and head out the cafeteria. Well, I could show off my skills, show that I'm just as capable as an artist as anyone else here. We're going to show all the dinosaurs that humans are good at stuff. The computer lab is an offshoot room from our library. As for the library itself, aside from an expected emphasis on anatomy drawing guides and the like, it's pretty standard. Not to brag, but the school I was at my freshman year, junior years, had a library with 2 floors. Probably should have read a thing or two with all those resources. I'm getting off topic. The computer lab is the focus. Let me see something. The calm tranquility of the library is overtaken by the organized sterility of the lab. 40 standardized sets of computers and monitors line the walls, forming a panopticon around the desk reserved for the teacher in the middle. I remember them being organized differently in elementary school, but for a few years now I've been seeing them in this formation. Sounds to me like someone got caught one too many times working on, well, more risque art pieces. Hey, they sell, apparently. The monitors are all turned on, but only one's logged in. Weird, there's nobody here. Damien and Ben said Liz would be here, though maybe she's in the bathroom. I'm not one to pry and snoop around, but I'm really pressed for time here. On screen, I see open PDFs and documents. They look finance related and filled with abbreviations and jargon I don't understand. Maybe I can figure out how to create my own account on my own. Ah!
What are you doing?
Ah! my reaction exactly. Haunted high school.
I didn't mean to scare you.
Oh, thank Christ. It's just a dino girl with an extremely long neck and not a specter.
No, really, what are you doing to the fiscal report I was working on?
I didn't do anything. Ah! Oh God. Oh, that's weird.
I've been working on this all day. Why did you touch it?
I didn't. I only memorized it, I swear. Right, I'm here for a reason. Are you Liz? The Brachiosaurus furiously reopens all of her windows and for a while types out some information before acknowledging me again.
Excuse me?
Ben sent me or Damien told me about you. You know what? Damien said to send his regards, so I'm going to say this. I met Damien. He said you'd have to wait for you, I'd have to wait for you to sort out my login stuff.
Damien mentioned me?
Oh.
Oh, you're the guy that got smeared into the ground in gym class yesterday.
He is never living that down.
Yeah, I'm Liz.
Ah. Oh, God, I don't like that. It's Littlefoot's granddaughter. Great granddaughter. Whoa. Inko. But yeah, I'm new here, so I need an account.
Not a problem at all.
Liz sits down and cracks her knuckles as she starts typing away at the keyboard.
Alright, I see if I can get that done for you.
In a flourishing display of spreadsheet software experience, Liz navigates and organizes several documents in seconds. I've always had the general idea that there were a lot of shortcuts and commands, but yeesh. She's got a future in bureaucracy. God, that is so weird. She's resourceful.
You're an artist too? Since you want to enter the contest so bad.
Oh yeah, I'm a photographer.
Yeah? How you liking it here so far?
Well...
Students here usually jump into asking about what they're graduating here for, so they can more easily form connections and collaborate, so excuse me if I might be going too fast.
No, not at all. I'm a bit more at ease at about how that you just explained it. It's pretty good though. I feel bad about missing most of the first day.
It's no big deal.
Guess not. Although truth be told, I see these paintings framed in the hall by the principal's office, and it does put a bit of rain in my parade. Kind of like a hybrid long neck and a python. Yeah. I'm just going to go out on a limb and say that, like, the flexibility of the neck is not accurate, but again, we're not bringing science into this.
Oh, those, yeah, I get what you mean. I think it's like that by design, honestly. Something about breaking the students' egos. Then you end up wanting to improve like crazy so you can reach your goals. At least that's what happened to me. I'm planning on going to university and getting degrees in design and business. And that's just the start. I'm also starting to become an apprentice for art dealings and getting the right paintings to the right people. My tutor said I'm impressive enough I start enrolling for any and all of the important universities around the country I'd like. Wow. I mean, I'm also pretty well off myself, but it never occurred to me that I should be this ambitious. Thank you. What about you?
What do you want to be when you grow up? I'm going to be an influencer, blogger, and be crazy popular. I'm going to publish a photography magazine. I don't know, but it's going to be big. What do you guys think? I'm thinking either 2 or 3. 3? Don't know, but it's going to be big. It's big. All right, we're going big.
Well, it's something.
At least more than a lot of people here. What do you mean? Like half the school may as well just be in daycare. Sorry if that sounds rude. We've got these school programs and even industry professionals come for lectures, but it's like some people are here just because their friends happen to be here too. You betcha. Of course we mean whatever we're gonna do when we get out of the school and nothing else, right? Nope, no plans it seems. Yeah. What, you mean like Damien? Yeah, I shouldn't have mentioned it. He's still cool though, don't get me wrong. I hope me talking about him to you like this doesn't come across as douchey. Damn, it hit personal. Yeah, some of this is getting a little, there is a little level of relatability to this. He's definitely the friendly type. He even partnered with me in gym class and dragged me along to sit with him at lunch.
Is that so?
Yeah. Yeah, he's really excited about it too. And then he introduced you to Olivia as well and tried to break the ice so she can come out of her shell. Yeah, how'd you know? Oh boy, I'm sorry about that, Inko. What, is Damien messing with me?
No, Damien's great. I don't like him or anything, shut up. He's just maybe a little too eager. He considers you a friend to him. He'll want you to be our friend too. Specifically, he'll want you to be Olivia's friend.
What's wrong with that?
Nothing at all. If you've seen Olivia, you can probably tell she's a bit unresponsive. Don't really like to talk to anyone, not even Damien. So you can definitely try to be her friend, but just know that she'll most likely ignore you.
You don't like Olivia?
But no, I do. She's fine, I guess. I sit with her during lunch and after all. And I'm sure he'll get along with us just fine. And hey, I'd love to see Olivia make a friend. Just don't get too invested trying to get her to warm up to you. Damien will always be down to hang out though. I certainly don't mind. It's just that him and Olivia are nigh inseparable. So if the deal turns you off, then it's not your fault either.
There's history to that warning. Inseparable, so like girlfriend and boyfriend? Bad choice of words.
No, they just live in the same house.
Oh.
Damien's also incredibly patient and outgoing. I envy him. And definitely don't like him. Shut up. But also, he would like nothing more than for everyone to get along like best buddies.
Damien's a cool dude. I already knew the minute we met him.
Unless you're like Damien, you can't be pleasant to a brick wall forever. Your time is probably better spent elsewhere.
We all envy him. We all need to be like Damien. He's a role model, even though he's a bit, dumb.
So how serious are you about your ambitions?
Pretty serious, I think. Liz nods.
Something to keep in mind then.
It's a struggle, but like Damien says, we gotta keep trying, right? Liz gave me a half-hearted smile, but still seems sad about something.
Anyway, sorry for talking your ear off about private matters. You still want to get that submission turned in?
Dumb way of saying it. Dumb is a dumb way of saying it. We just don't understand him share the same IQ as him. Not that I want to date him or something. I heard a thing. I think it's a quote from Avatar, where it says something like, "Wisdom has chased you, but you have always been faster." Appropriate for him. She stops for a second on a tab on the screen for something.
And got it.
She motions her head to the back of the room and the printer as it hums to life. I get up and get the paper. Both my username and password are strings of numbers. I take a snapshot of the username and password so I won't have to remember it. Careful. Thanks. Anyways, you should hurry. Lunch is ending soon. Right, according to the time display on the monitor, I've only got 10 minutes left. I followed the instructions on the printout, finally getting into the student hub on the site. And thankfully, the art contest is displayed prominently across it. Clicking through a couple of links, I finally find the submission instructions. It's simply a matter of putting my entry details as the name of the file and drag it into the school's shared drive. Plugging in my portable portfolio hard drive, I create a copy of my magnum opus. Then quickly rename it, drag it in, and... just in time. Are we gonna see what it is? Remember, forgiveness is divine, but never pay full price for a late pizza. I take the extra minute to safely undock my hard drive and then log off the computer. Looking back at Liz, she's completely wrapped up in her work. I don't think interrupting her is a good idea. Especially after what she said about Olivia in our own time. I have to simply leave her be, heading out of the room and the library for class. After all, it's time for class. I've been looking forward to the most. As someone who looks at portfolio class, it shouldn't be that bad. Well, I mean, I'm not expecting it to be bad. I'm just kind of curious as to what it is. Yeah. The day is certainly turning out better than yesterday. Hope I didn't just jinx it for myself. You made the wrong choice. You're locked into the bad ending. My nerves have been acting up when I was first stepped back into the classroom. Made it even worse when I was hit with another flashbang. Ah! Oh, hey. After the 20 other classmates had finished laughing, Mr. Iadaka made a show of waving a freshly taken photo from a fancy old camera from the 70s. I dubbed this portrait Duliant Sun's Pulse. I don't know what that means. I probably didn't even say it right. After he thumbtacked the shot to the corkboard, filled with poor snapshots of everyone else, Mr. Yadakin reassured me and sat me right next to Ben. Managed to sum up the syllabus in under a minute, instead taking the majority of his time to go over our first lesson and assignment on exposure and lighting. With each new light fixture he brought out and explained, I felt my mind swirl faster with new possibilities of old shots. If only I had that then, or if I could have used that there. Now that you've had a small taste of it, we'll start you on your first photography assignment. Proper lighting. I'm salivating at the thought. Fuck yeah, photography! Mr. Yadakin just finished his first lesson where he handed out all sorts of equipment to look over. It's the first time I've handled some of these things, like an enormous box light that was still taking up the entirety of my desk. Remember, though, that these are just tools meant to enhance the photo. You can highlight a turd all you want, it's still a turd. Wow, what a quote that is. The crude language guarantees a chortle from a few of half-listened students. The teacher looks over the photo, looks over the clock and hums. Well, I see we managed to finish this lecture a tad bit early. The professor sounded like Mr. Ratburn. Yeah, from Arthur. I don't remember what he sounds like. I didn't watch any Arthur, sadly. Why don't you all take these last 10 minutes to compose notes? Maybe even consider doing the assignment as a collab piece with a classmate. What a coincidence, we have a classmate next to us. The room is quick to fill with the sound of chatter. I wonder if Hey. Turn to Ben and see his eager grin. You want to do a joint piece? Since you don't know any good spots in the school and all. I pull out the assignment sheet from beneath the lightweight light on my desk and give it a quick scan again. Present a set of photos demonstrating your understanding of proper lighting. You're all allowed to borrow one lighting tool and must take the shot in school premise. And I swear I handed out this assignment for years now. If one more student just takes a picture of the hallway outside the classroom, I'm gonna personally throw them over the railing. Be original, please. I've got the perfect place for it. If we work together, we can even use 2 items. The offer's too tempting. Sure. Hold out my hand and Ben takes a shake and sealing the pact. I feel my face is feeling weird from all the smiling today. It's better than not having a mouth, man. But in truth, I've been enjoying Mr. Yadakin's class so much that I couldn't stop. Whoa. Are we zooming in? I thought I was losing my mind for a second. Oh, jeez. Feels like I've the entire world to gain from Mr. Yadakin's lesson. And the entire world to explore, seeing as ever since I moved here, I haven't had time to actually explore Volcadara Bluffs. Sure, on occasion I go out on my own to parks and stuff, but who doesn't? Besides, I'd be a pretty lame photographer. I didn't go out and find stuff to photograph. And you know what? I've been meaning to do a little looking around here. I watched a little bit of Arthur when I was a kid, but it was never my go-to cartoon. I know people love Arthur. It was a bit before or after my time, so I never watched it. But I have seen, clips and things from it, so I kind of get why people love it. So everyone else in this assignment makes them have to explore the school, but I get to. Pretty sweet deal if I do say so myself. The hall outside the classroom is only one major photo op. Between that and the murals outside, I'm starting to find something cool. Yeah, some episodes as a kid from school. Yeah, I've seen. The stuff I've seen was I saw the episode with Mr. Roger. And I seen clips of other celebrity guest stars on the show, and they draw them fucking weird because they make them look like themselves, but also as the characters in the show. It's very strange. Look up Matt Damon. Matt Damon was in an episode, and just look up the way they made him look. No, the murals won't work on their own. Yes, it is. Oh my god. So you guys have seen that, yeah. This was my first thought to use them. That means it's likely someone else's first thought. I need to think outside the box a bit. I need some of the way to use the school's architecture to my advantage in that way. Inko. My thoughts are disrupted by a worried-looking Ben. Maybe you should see a doctor, man. Your head injuries are no laughing matter. I'm fine. What were you saying? I was asking how you were doing. The school, with the school and classes now? Oh, right. Doing good. Really good, actually. I'm in a class that I'm 100% enjoying and starting to make some genuine friendships. Compared to the disaster of yesterday, today has been astonishingly positive. That's good to hear. Oh, man. Goes from creepy to cursed to badly hilarious. Yeah. Great. Oh, and what about your art submission? Was Liz able to help? There was something nibbling at the corner of my thoughts at the mention of the long-necked girl. Yeah, she gave me my login stuff and everything. Uploading the submission was a piece of cake, after all. Awesome. But it does make you competition now. Both Liz and I have pieces in the running, too. She told me she had submitted something. Yeah, I'm a bit concerned since I didn't have as much time at all to prepare anything, but hey, everyone's got a chance. You never know. Yeah, she was pretty cool about it, too. The whole friend group is pretty welcoming. I think I'm pretty lucky. Lucky? Ben seems perplexed by that statement. He said something at lunch when Olivia vanished. I'm noticing for a silent paraplegic, she sure does have a lot of people upset. You got some hidden drama with her, too? Not really. Wait, two? Who? Hidakin calls out to us straight over to inspect. I take it you gentlemen are conversing about your assignment together? Of course, Mr. Hidakin. We were just discussing where we take our picture, right, Ben? Well, that's good then. Good thing you guys weren't talking about something off-topic like gossip. That would be pretty embarrassing to use your time right off the bat, I think. Especially considering you're currently the subject of some fairly humorous gossip, aren't you, Mr. Nito? I'm awash in a wave of shame from his words. I look at Ben and I can see he feels it as well. If the air around someone needs clearing, clear it yourself. Hidakin has a point. Maybe once a friendship is established, I could learn more about her. Alright, off you go now, and remember to get your assignment done by the end of the week. The room empties out slowly, most of my peers still chatting and discussing their plans for the assignment. Before I continue talking with Ben about our project, the Stuco president is already packed up and exiting the room. Guess we'll talk later then. Packing up my own notebook, I wave goodbye to my new favorite teacher and head off to my next class. I'm thinking, I don't know how long the days are here, but yeah, I think maybe when we end whatever today is, we'll probably wrap things up. Walking into history class for the first time, it's about what I expect it to look like. Pictures of historical figures, small relics from various religions, and cartography of the Earth during its stages of continental drift. So they had like ancient Egypt, but also dinosaurs, huh? In fact, Peanut Butter Gamers. Yeah, that I know. I know he's a big fan of Arthur. Most of what I know about Arthur came from him, actually. Looks like, yeah, he was commenting on that. About how when they showed the last episode, Arthur, it like had his haircut. I noticed there's a distinct lack of teacher in the class. Must be finishing up their lunch, I assume. Well, better get a good seat now before they're all taken. Eeny, meeny, miny. This one. I settle myself into a chosen desk and pull out my history book and a notebook along with a pencil. As the classroom fills with more and more students, it becomes a blur of vibrant scales. A few minutes pass, I'm still wondering where the teacher is. Uh-oh. The suddenness of the door slamming open stops any and all noise. It's quiet enough to hear a pin drop. Oh, I thought I was just thinking it was going to be him. The humans were the ones that built the pyramids and not the lizard people. Maybe. There's a lot going on in this world. There's a lot to unpack here. Like this guy, for example. Oh, sweet heaven, no. He stands there and stares down everyone menacingly. He's the history teacher, too? Oh.
Thanks for welcoming me to classroom, Sully.
Of course. Miss Prockling? Oh, fake out. We didn't do anything wrong. Oh, thank Raptor Jesus. He isn't our teacher. Speaking of raptors. My water's running out, by the way. The raptor woman just adjusts her glasses as she scans around the room before looking down at the paperwork in her hands.
Looks like we'll be having some late arrivals, but let's get down to business. I know that I introduced myself yesterday, but for any of those who weren't here...
A momentary glance at me makes me believe Sully told her about my absence.
My name is Miss Prockling, and this is history class. In this course, we'll be learning about the history of our primeval ancestors and their advancements through history. We're also going to go over the deep lore of this world. It's very rich and very complex. You can even say that I'll be going back in time. Doesn't that sound exciting?
Despite her admittedly forced enthusiasm, everyone in class responds with an uninteresting murmuring. Don't say Raptor Jesus is going to show up and that would be a hilarious ending. I'm kind of hoping that is how it ends now. Not sure why, though. This all sounds exciting.
Sigh.
She walks over to her desk and places down her pile of folders before flipping open her own special version of the history book. With a click of a button, she also turns to the projector to reveal a prepared slideshow for today's lecture. I learned about the extensive history of the Saurons and their culture is something I've yearned for. If you can turn your books to page 36, we'll begin to the first chapter dealing with the earliest interaction between Saurons and hominids. Oh, that sounds interesting. It's going to be very brutal, violent history, isn't it? Yeah, I thought so. I think I jinxed myself. Miss Prockling's history class is the polar opposite of Ladakian's photography class. Oh, yeah, Doc. What am I... Wow, it's getting late, guys. Where introduction is to class engage me first, things have slowed down to an unbearably slow crawl. My eyes scan over the introductory test of the first chapter. Despite the tension between the two groups, human settlers to the New World would continue to make overtures of trade to the native Velociraptor tribes. Pretty sure I've read this line 3 times now. Okay, this is definitely relatable. Like being in like the creative type in like a history class or like, you know, a non relevant class to like what you're good at. And it's not that it's not interesting, but like weirdly like this happened to me a lot in school. I was genuinely genuinely interested in like history and stuff, but like just something about just being at a lecture just never really grabbed me. It just like I wanted to pay attention, but I just sometimes you just couldn't. I tear my eyes away from the page in the hopes of blinking the boredom away. Yeah, I think a lot of people are like that. I look up to see the teacher staring down at various papers on her desk with laser focus. I must have stared too long, though, because I end up locked up in a staring contest with Prockling. She raises an eyebrow at me. How can she tell he's staring at her? He's wearing sunglasses. Personally, like, I find, like, watching documentaries and watching, like, TV shows about stuff and, like, going on field trips, like, I learned more doing that than just sitting in a classroom. I think, and I do think there's a lot of people who are like that. Okay, then, write down notes on pages 3 through 7 about the discovery of the New World. Without even fully comprehending the words before me, I'm copying the page down to the letter in my notebook. Absent-mindedly, I began to recall everything that's happened so far with my new classmates. I'm starting to get bored just pretending to be here. Ben carries himself with a lot of refinement, and that's easy for my first pick as a photography partner. But that Mia girl, she doesn't seem to want to make friends. Of course, I could have figured out that from the cold look she gave me yesterday, not to mention the rude hand gesture. Damien's very friendly, even if he can be a bit too enthusiastic sometimes. And though my encounter with Liz was brief, I can tell she's dependable. My progress in making friends has been pretty good, all things considered. But then there's Olivia. So far, she's an enigma, and coupled with an apparent history she has with the others, it makes me all the more curious about her. She's fascinating. I must learn more about her. I'm present. You managed to be enthusiastic about a subject matter. It might help grab people's attention. I know. Yeah. God, my neck hurts. Oh boy. It's funny because I'm back in my normal, comfortable position than when I was playing on the Switch. But, yeah. Still got some back problems. Liz said it would be a bad idea to get invested, but in the end, it's effectively gossip and hearsay. This has come to something of a shock to me, but... What do we have here, Mr. Halford? Or Miss Halford? A sudden voice of Miss Prockling snapped me out of my thoughts. I leaned my head to see a teacher looking down at... Oh. Wait a minute, Olivia's here too? She was here the whole time? Did she hear me? Did she hear my thoughts? As luck would have it, I share not one but two classes with Olivia. Must have been jaded from trying to read this textbook. I didn't even notice that the girl was in a wheelchair in the wheelchair. She sits in the front row diagonally from me. And don't even think she notices the strange twist of fate herself. Only the second day of school and you're already doodling in class again? She proceeds to pick up the piece of paper from Olivia's desk. It looks like she's been drawing on it, though I can't tell what they are from where I'm sitting. Oh, Olivia, I know history isn't the most exciting subject to learn, but could you at least pretend that you're taking notes? The only response I hear from Olivia is a heavy sigh before leaning her head back down. While the teacher returns to sulking around the room, Olivia hunches over a notebook. Although I don't think those are notes she's taking. Oh, man. Now, no one would do something like that with the totalitarian teacher patrolling the room. It's an attempt to get all of us to focus, but fighting a losing battle keep my eyelids from shutting. Again, relatable. My jaw is clenched tight to suppress the loud yawning building inside, even as Miss Prockling sulks right past me. Just before my drowsiness can overtake me, though, I notice a minute movement over in the corner of my eye. One of my classmates glances up at the teacher, whose eyes are roving over the opposite side of the room, and down to scribble something down. The paper is then folded into a little note, and I watch as the next person carefully unfolds a sheet and also scribbles on it before folding and passing it along again. Curiously, though, curiosity piqued when I await anxiously in my seat for the paper to get to me. It's a dangerous game passing the note along so Prockling doesn't see. If I'm participating, does that make me a slacker? No, you're an accessory. The student to my side makes his move and tosses the note over. But Prockling starts turning around right then. Whoops. He flinches and drops the hot potato on my desk in a flash. I nearly slam my paper down over the page to cover it from sight. Miss Brooklyn continues her lecture about how the raptors and humans eventually started to get along because they traded narcotic leaves or something like that. Oh, God. Are you dating it? No, we are the department store mannequin. Also, hi, Freakbot. We're trying to date a gator. I'm not kidding. Olivia doing notes doodles from something from the last. That's something I learned from the last Skittle. Oh, man. I guess she said that in one of her streams. I must have missed that.
And as you can see on the board here...
Now. I lift my paper up. Luckily, there's plenty of space left. As for what everyone else has drawn... A not-so-solid attempt at a race car. Rough sketches of some eyes. A bunch of doodles. Names in various styles, fonts I could only describe as graffiti. And, of course. It's not high school if someone hasn't drawn a penis. Of course. Did anybody draw the cool S? You know, the S symbol? Miss Brockling with stink lines coming off of her. Yeesh, better not get caught with this. That being said, I'm drawing a blank. What should I draw? I don't exactly doodle every day. Drawing stuff for others is a nice gesture. Rob bed, loud house is not any. Oh. Oh well. I have no horse in that race. I haven't watched that show in years. Maybe I'll try to break the ice a bit. Although I didn't really know anything about her. Hey, can't hurt to try though, yeah? I can think of a few things to sketch out here. Let's just move on. Alright, whatever. Oh! Oh, I see. Uh-huh. Okay, I was not expecting this. What should we draw, guys? I guess I could try. Okay, you guys know I'm not great at drawing, despite having Mario Paint stream with drawing suggestions from chat as one of my goals. Although I'm thinking of changing that. I guess we could try to draw Olivia, right? From memory. Because the... Shoot. She has hair, right? I don't... Wow, I'm totally blanking on what she looks like. I can't believe this. And then she has like a hoodie, right? Get a nice, tasteful side profile. I shouldn't have drawn this first. This is why I'm bad at drawing, because I do stuff like that, and I'm like, no, that shouldn't have happened first. The Gator guy and RZ. I'm trying to remember who that is. This is Alfred Hitchcock present. Alfred Hitch Gator. Da 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 da. Okay, so there's no. I was genuinely not expecting this from this game. Like, I thought it was just gonna be all dating sim, but apparently there's things to do. Alright, don't worry, we'll clean it up. We'll make it good. Alright. Alright, I'm not good with hands, as a lot of people are. Although probably I mean, yeah, okay. Alright, this is fine. She's on the she has her wheelchair. Means we gotta draw the wheelchair. God damn it. Okay. I'm also using a mouse, so that's definitely not helping. Okay. And there's another one back here. Right? I mean, that's basically her, right? The AI thing. Don't know. They're fine. Hell, hold on, I'll fix it. Make it a little, Who's watching Sylvester starts to feel guilty about eating Tweety was your introduction. Really? I remember watching Alfred Hitchcock Presents on Nick at Night. Yeah, then we can put the there. That's the pocket. The perspective is all wrong. I don't like. I'm gonna fix that hand. No, we're not leaving here until I get that hand right. No. Undo. Oh, undo. So there's my, hug that gator OC, do not steal. We're gonna go with this. Oh wait, hold on, she has... You gotta remember the otaku bags under her eyes. Look at her, she's beautiful. Alright, let's submit this and see what happens. There we go. And done. I have a lot of room to really work with, but I surreptitiously admire my work I find. I have a long way to go. Feels like I'm going to be mogged by other doodles. Alright, Olivia's sure to like this. There's probably still turn around, alright? I slip the paper under Olivia's shoulder. It won't get, and I won't have to get up to risk getting caught. And there. Where you go? A bit tricky and I hesitate, but the paper meets its destination. I don't know, it kind of makes me think about Olivia. It says, thanks a lot, guys, because I'm stuck in this wheelchair. She doesn't even look back, but she takes the paper eagerly. And it's completely different from how she was acting earlier. Her tail is even swaying side to side. She liked it! Oh my god! Huh? Alright, now she's gonna see my sketch and possibly think I'm cool. Oh. Oh wait, she wasn't looking. She's not turning around. Well, it's not much, so I could also just...
I'll be taking that.
Aww. Boo! Bad teacher. Miss Bronson snatches the paper from Olivia's claws and holds her arms out. She takes a glance at the paper and a small crack of smile appears on her face before going back to its stoic visage. So this is how you view me, Miss Halford? What? Broccoli holds the paper up for all to see. Everyone in the class does their best to avoid her. Oh, right, because someone drew her with stink lines. I forgot. Everyone in the class does their best to avoid her persecuting gaze. Now that most of you were aware of this as well. Look, I'm not asking for much, so please do your assignments when you're in class. It's the least you can do. We were just passing a note one at a time. She wasn't even paying attention. Yeah, how come all of us are in trouble? I noticed Procling looked down at Olivia for a moment before letting out a sigh of defeat. Look, since it's only the second day, I'll let this one slide, but I'm warning you. Now that I won't be so lenient next time it happens. Otherwise, you'll end up like this last student who decided to be disruptive during class. What happened to him? Get a detention slip or something? We hung him from the gallows. Sprogling pulls the window blinds and pushes the window screen open. She then takes out a walkie-talkie. What? Sully? Yep, another hippie. Seat H4. What? What? Oh, shit!
Good job, soldier.
Now if we let this continue... Even she's horrified, damn. We're on the second floor. I sink back to my seat and continue writing, mainly out of unadulterated fear of experiencing the same wrath from the teacher. Man, now I feel guilty for Olivia. I was the one that passed her the note, after all. Maybe I shouldn't have tried. Well, I can always apologize after class. Miss Procling places the note down and continues her lecture from another half hour. With 10 minutes of class left, I see Procling looking at the clock above the door. Then notices Olivia grabbing her attention, and as if she knew what she was already going to say to her, the teacher nods her head. Olivia grabs her backpacks and shoves all her things into it. In silence, she wheels herself out the door, opens it, and rolls out. The teacher must have noticed me watching her leave. Accommodations. Well, there goes my chance of saying sorry to her. Feeling defeated, I decided to focus on writing down my notes for the rest of the time left. Although I do wonder. She must have noticed my doodle. Did she just ignore it then? Class comes and goes, and I head back home on the metro. Okay, so I guess we're gonna get back home. I'm gonna find a good place to stop, and then we're gonna save. Another day, another dollar. This time I passed on the mini breakfast burritos. Oh wait, this is another day. All right. How bad they must be up during PE class yesterday. I don't want my stomach to endure another torture again. Instead, I just got a few hash browns from the fast food joint by the metro. I idly scroll on my feed, and I usually do, while the metro jostles about my destinations. It's been a few days now, and the strange scent of extremely cheap detergent and alcohol have become an afterthought. Some of the vines are actually plastic, and the flowers are little air fresheners. Oh, to mask the dino stink. Let me see. Yeah, we're approaching about 3 hours, so we're gonna find a good place to stop. It's not actually something I noticed, more so witnessed when a passenger tries eating one. Some of the vines are real, though. For some reason, they go untouched anyways. Maybe they're just too not tasty. Vegetarians don't eat grass in their lawns, after all. Right? Huh? Oh. I guess we'll talk to this guy, and then we'll end things. Anyways, lights have gone out, and someone just dropped a wrecking ball next to me. Must be Mr. Ferris. Good morning, Inko. Good morning. How's work been doing? Fine? It has, slowly, but I'm very thorough. I hate the idea of a place learning not being the ideal place to learn. And I appreciate our talks. Your perspective has really helped me understand the student body more. You're welcome. Hey, have you given any more thought about your fashion thing? I have, though I can't say I really get it. There's plenty to see everywhere if you just look around. Really? Like what? Well, like look at the girl on the other end of the car there. The one that's been sitting there every single day. T-Rex version of Walter Cronkite. It's rather revealing. I don't think that's really for me. I love my wife. It's just... I mean, just as an example. Well, there's an event coming up. I can see about trying something new. What would you recommend? That's a good question. What would be good to use here? Are we gonna get a choice? My inner eye conceptualized the coolest possible Ferris. The fresh machine is going full throttle. First, sunglasses. Size may be a little too far apart for that. However, beanie. Oh god. Moving on. This has like midlife crisis written all over it. Big guns, fresh jacket. Oh. Actually looking pretty good. Now that the whole picture's together. There we go. The coolest possible Ferris. The wraparound mustache really brings it all together. Mr. Neato? Sorry, I was just thinking. Why don't you start with... Radical frosted dim room sunglasses, cotton reefer beanie, Malcolm seasonal cross print jacket. What do you guys think? Three? Yeah, I'm thinking the jacket is the least out there thing. Because at least you could start with the clothes. You don't just go around wearing a beanie and sunglasses with a suit. Really now. Those all sound rather expensive. Yeah, they are. You know what? Try a gold chain necklace. A what? Yeah, like an old Italian guy. Now we're talking. A real gabagoolian. Yeah, just make sure it's appropriately sized so it doesn't look silly. I'm sure it would go a long way, and they're pretty cheap to get. Well, alright. I'll take your word for it. We sure talk about fashion a lot, though. Is that really all everything's about these days? Oh, of course not. What do you want to know about? What's YOLO mean? How old is this game? Because that hasn't been a thing in a while. I've heard the term thrown around recently. It was like 5 years. Okay, so this. Okay. Oh? YOLO. Mr. Ferris and I talk more about contemporary urban slang until we arrive at our stop. Okay. Art. Alright. I think we're gonna... Let's put a... There we go. We'll save that. Uploads... I don't know what that means. What are these? Oh wow, you can have a lot of save slots. Okay. Alright, well. This has been quite an eventful stream. A lot of things happened. But we haven't hugged the Gator yet. So... The next episode of Jurassic High. Art! Yes. I guess we'll continue this. Let's go to the main menu. If you want to return to the main menu, you lose all unsaved I saved. I'm good. Wait, let me make sure. Okay. So. I guess we'll do more of this. As I said, this is actually a very long game. So... I do want to finish it. I just wasn't expecting a game this long. But we'll continue. I'm likely going to be streaming tomorrow too, since Freakbot is away. I'm going to maybe do an extra stream on Saturdays. So look forward to that. I will probably have to have more water, or at least get a water break in between, because I am out. And I am like a desert right now, so we definitely need to stop. Alright, let's see. Who shall we raid out to? We raided out to Vidalia a while ago, and she ended stream right when I raided her. Let me check. Okay, it looks like she's watching the credits of the game she's playing, so, yeah, we're probably not going to raid out to her. How about Tom? Playing Resident Evil 2. Or, Skittle. We can raid out to Skittle, since we were just talking about her. How's she doing? He's playing Anomaly Company. That sounds fun. I guess we'll raid out to her. Hopefully Vidalia doesn't raid me right when I raid out to... Oh, how ironic that would be. Alright, well, thank you all for joining me. We'll continue this tomorrow, and we'll see how much more of this we want to do. I would like to at least finish one playthrough of it, but oh god, it's so long. Alright, but yeah, thank you for joining me. Be sure to give me a follow if you haven't done so already. Subscribe to Rob the Casual Gamer, where I upload all my streams. Make sure to like and comment and check out my other videos. I'm going to stop recording. We're going to raid out to the last Skittle, and I will see you guys later.